All right, this is the Van Gogh project, and what we're doing, Van Gogh did a lot of different things. One main thing he did was portraiture, and he did landscapes. And he painted in such a style that was not seen until his time, using line as a way of coloring to show motion and movement in a piece where there was no movement. You see, we already started this. So the first thing we're going to do is you're going to find a photo resource, a selfie, something with emotion, hopefully, and we're going to print it out. So we got here Angelina Jolie in Maleficent, a lot of emotion, and so forth. So what we're going to do here is on the back, you're going to just take a pencil like this. You can take a regular number 2 pencil, or you can take one of Mr. Roate's softer pencils, the B series, and you're going to scribble all over the back. And what this is doing is going to make a piece of carbon paper. As you can see here, all I did was I taped it to the paper here, and I drew over top of it, and I have a nice image left over, and this is what I would work on. This is I was doing this for another class, showing another class how to do a carbon copy, and this is basically making a carbon copy. As long as we can put lead on here, we can copy this image a whole bunch of times over and get it more precise on the paper. So now this is more of like the Van Gogh painting style, and what Van Gogh liked to do is he liked to use complementary colors against each other. Complementary colors are like Christmas at football time. No, wait. Christmas time at football, Christmas time. All right? So Christmas colors are red and green. Those are complementary colors. Chicago Bears are orange and blue. Those are complementary colors. The Vikings are yellow and purple. Those are complementary colors. If you mix those colors together, orange and blue, red and green, you normally would get like a brown. And that's how you get a brown normally, or like a start of a flesh tone. So I don't know how well it's going to see, but you can see I have a slight yellow color here in the face. And since I went with yellow in the face, that means the background's got to be blue and purple. Cool tones versus warm tones. Cool tones are blue and purple, color of water. Warm tones, color of fire, yellow, red, orange. And so we're going to color it in, and this is like a preliminary process for you to get to understand this, using nothing but lines and a base color. The base color is yellow, and to color it, we're not going to shade it. We're going to use the line work, and you're going to use swirls so that it shows movement. So you can see here I have these, and I have them tapered off, so it can show that the color is dark here to add more shadow, and so we can get a shadow midtone and highlight. And then over here, the closer the lines are together, the more that you're going to have, more shadow you're going to have. You want the lines to go together. You don't really want to cross. Van Gogh never really crossed his lines too much. He did a little bit, but not much, but to show where they're at. So here we have a jawline, and then we can put that in here. And we're just shading using line, and we're going to make our lines interesting. We can put some holes in there, and the lighter it gets, we want it kind of to form to the face. The less lines we're going to use. Okay. Now I can add red and warm this up a little bit and give her little red cheeks by just adding a couple lines of red. We don't have to add a whole bunch. We don't have to even press hard. We can add a little, going with the same lines that we already got. We're not trying to cross over. We're not trying to create too much of cross hatching. We want it to flow together. So and here we have the lips. We're just making lines. So we have the color of the face. Now you might find this a little disturbing looking, whatnot. That's fine. But this is how we're going to color it in here. You want to use complementary colors. At least the face is yellow and red and has cool tones behind it. If we want to do something different here, we can. So what I'm going to do is find this dark blue. And you don't want your base to be the darkest color, because you want to accentuate the base with whatever color you're using here. See, I have a light blue and then I have a purple. So I'm going to take this dark blue, and that's going to be my base. Notice I kind of want my line work around it. And I'm doing the side, and I'm doing circles. You know, light, low pressure. I'm not really rubbing hard. I'm not pushing the pencil down onto the paper. I'm just making sure that it touches the paper so I can get a nice even color of pigment down without having, a bunch of lines. I don't want like little circles of line work showing. Okay, I want a nice flow. I want a nice flat, even hue as much as possible. Okay, there can be some gradation, but I shouldn't see any line work. I don't want any kind of line work with that. So as I get closer to my pencil lines, I want to press down a little bit and get that color of the what's next to it. The same hue, same intensity as the rest. Okay. Again, little circles. We don't want line work in our coloring. It may happen. Don't freak out if it happens. That's fine. Okay. And next, I can take a purple. I really would like a black. And she's wearing black. And this is not a black. I'm not seeing black in my collection here. So I am going to take this purple, and I'm going to use this purple instead. Alright. And then we're just going to color it with lines, like curved lines to kind of show motion. So I'm going to put some zigzag lines here. And I'm going to put some zigzag lines on the outside here. So I want this to be kind of my highlight. And I want to make that kind of my dark. And I want my lines curved so it shows the curvature of her neck. Okay? As we go down, see this goes down, we want our lines to kind of follow. And be able to attach to that same line work. Okay. On the outside of her face, again, the closest to the face we want, we're going to get dark with the purple, and then we're going to add some lines to go around. You can add like a dot and then, just kind of add some circles, go around it, some designs, make the lines a little bit shorter, longer, and then it can join up with another one. So you're just making kind of a design element. And that's how you're going to color your prelims. You're going to color the entire thing, and then we're going to take it to a bigger piece of paper. We're going to use watercolor for our wash, for like our yellow, and then we're going to use marker over top of it to put the lines to get a more intense look to the painting style in general. And this is how to do your prelim, how to copy your image, and how to color it the rest of the way.